What's up guys, it's your boy Sunil here back with another video. Well, today we are going to be looking at the top 10 most rare cars in the world. As you might seen from the title and thumbnail of this video, well, this video was originally intended and developed by India Sonic, and unfortunately or fortunately they did not put the specs of the car. Well, that's where your boy Sunil comes into play. Well, today I have collected the top 10 most rarest cars in the world along with their specs. Well, in this video there's a lot of copyrighted music, so I'm gonna add my own music, so you won't be hearing the music that is available on this video. But if you want to do that, there's a top link to this video, the top link to this video is in the description box below, so check it out. There's a link to his channel too. Go subscribe, go show him some love. So anyway, let's get on with the video. First up on the list, the top 10 most rarest cars in the world. At number 10 place is the new Jaguar X. Well, it's not new. It's the Jaguar X10 SS. Yep, it's the Jaguar XK, not the 10. Sorry, XK SS. This was actually featured on an episode of Top Gear. If you have seen it or not, basically it's a rivalry between two of the most classic cars. Well, this I couldn't get any top 10 specs on this, but unfortunately I have found some of the basic specs of it. Well, it was actually the road going variant of the street racing car. It was actually built in 1957, and it has a 4-speed manual gearbox with a 3.4 liter engine, and it is actually the more road focused car of the D-spec Jaguar racing car. So that's it. You can see it does about 180 miles per hour, and in India it is about 213 crores and also $30 million in USD. That's some car. Now on to the next one. Number 9 is actually the greatest car ever to be graced on this planet Earth. Is from one of the most favorite brands of mine, is the Lamborghini Benello. This was in production about, let's say, 2013 and 2014. Very rare. Only 9 examples of these cars were produced all over the world, and it is obviously a 2-door sports car. You get a variant of I think a roadster and as well as a coupe. You can see it down. Only 13 examples were there, and it was a 6.5 liter V12 engine pumping about 750 horsepower at the crank, right? And it was also coupled with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Price is about $8.3 million USD, and in India it's about 60 crores, and it had a torque of 690 Newton meters. Well, on to the next one. This is actually a car which is actually produced and made in Dubai. This is a Lycan Hypersport. Well, if you are fans of Fast and Furious, you might know this car. This car was actually featured on the Fast 7. They used to use these cars to cross 3 towers in Dubai. Well, I have found the specs on this too. This is around 2013 and 2014 versions. I think so. Yeah, let me take it. Yep. It is also made in Dubai, as I told you before. This has a 3.7 liter turbocharged flat 6 engine pumping around 780 to 790 horsepower. Runs both on 93 octane as well as 93 and well as 83 normal gas at USD. In India also same. It is a $3.4 million USD. It is about 16 something crores in India. And about the next car on 7th place is the Aston Martin DBR1. This I couldn't find any specs on it because this is actually a most rarest car. I think the price will be in this video because I couldn't find the exact price of it. And this is a single cylinder 255 horsepower engine. Only 5 examples in the world, as you might see. That's why I couldn't find it in Wikipedia. And this was around, I think so, somewhere in the 1970s or something like that. Aston Martin wanted to do the same as what Jaguar did with the E-Types and the XKSS. So they did the Aston Martin DBR1. So this, as you can see, it is a $22.5 million USD and 160 crores in India. Well, on to the next one. And on the 6th place is the legendary the brand that we know today as McLaren came from this. This is the Mclaren F1 Lm, the limited edition of the McLaren F1 sports cars made for the road. 3 spec version, the center seat as well as the side 2 seats. This has a 6.1 liter engine, BOW engine. I don't know how it goes. It is the 6.1 liter BMW engine. I forgot that. And it was only 5 built in the world, as you can see right now. It had a 670 horsepower naturally aspirated BMW engine, because McLaren, when starting, they used most of the other brand engines. And price was about $20 million USD, 141 crores in India. And it was the last car that sold, maybe went above $19 million. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, that's one car. And on to the first place is the brand that we love, and the brand that is a staple of speed and precision, is the Bugatti 57 SE Atlantic. This was actually a replica. This was not a replica. This was a beautiful car when it was made. I think it was somewhere around, I don't know, 1950s or something. There were a lot of models there were a lot of models about the Bugatti. This specific model, that was the Atlantic, and a lot of other variants. And this car was also featured in some of the high-end racing movies like Drive or something like that. And this is an inline something like that. Yeah, it's an inline 8-cylinder DOHC engine. And probably most of the cars that you see right now, most of them are replicas, and this is actually the OG version, the original version made by Bugatti himself, and is owned by some guy named as Ralph Lauren, and his YouTube ID is 19BOZZY92. If you check it out, maybe you can find something about the Bugatti 97 SC. And this was the car that started everything that Bugatti is known today. This cost about $40 million and 285 crores in India. And also, as last I seen, this car was more than top $1 million. This car was also the highest paid car in an auction at 2017. I don't know the specs and all the stuff, but this is the car. And up on to number 4. We are going down the list as fast as we can. Up on the number 4 is the Ferrari 1967 330 P4. As also, this car was pretty much spec'd out for the track, not for the road. So this had a V12 engine. It had 3,967.4 cc displacement, which puts about 320 kilometers per hour at top speed. And it was only 4 examples in the world, and most of them are in museums or in Ferrari showrooms. With Enzo Ferrari himself. I don't know who that guy is, but it produced a maximum power at 8,000 RPMs, and price is about 64 crores or $9 million USD. This car, well, it's not for sale right now, but replicas and other stuffs are still about to be sold. So you can buy a replica, but not gonna be as original. But on to the number 3, the Bugatti Veyron, the first car ever to set a world speed record on the track. This did about 500 kilometers or 440 kilometers per hour. And there are a lot of variants, right? There are Mansory variants and all that stuff, but there were a lot of models also. There were the variant 16.4, the Grand Sport, the Super Sport VTAs, and now it has around, today it has, I think, the Bugatti, what is that, Chiron, the Chiron Sport, and now they are releasing some, I don't know the name of it, and a lot of other Bugatti variants. And this has an 8.0 liters, 8 liters of 8 liters W16 quad turbocharged 10 radiator, puts out around 987 horsepower. To the guys who are in US, 1000 horsepower. And this produces an all-wheel drive automatic 8-speed or 10-speed automatic. And this is $3.4 million USD, 24 crores. The price is down because this is a old end model, and the newer end models are more about $20 million to $30 million USD. And this car was the first car ever to set the speed record, along with other cars such as Koenigsegg Agera CZXR, which we will be seeing in the future part of this video, and other cars also. And on to the number 12, the brand spanking the Ferrari F12 TRS, and this is a 6.3 liter engine. It got a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox, and it produced about 730 horsepower from a 6.3 liter engine, and it was very much only two were made in the entire world, and it was produced from 2012 to 2017. It had a cooler look, P0 Pirelli tires, and it cost about $4.5 million USD and a 32 crore in India. And on to the next one, the greatest car ever made by Winding Koenigsegg. Yep, I forgot his name, man. Let me check it out. Koenigsegg CEO. If there are new viewers watching and seeing that I spelled the Koenigsegg wrong, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Don't go typing in the comment saying you spelled it wrong, okay? So this is Christian von Koenigsegg. Yep, that guy is kind of Swedish, and he produced the first ever iteration of the Koenigsegg CCXT Vita, one of the most fastest cars, 0 to 100 kilometers in or 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds, and did a top speed of 200 kilometers from 0 at 13.5 to 8.5 seconds depending on the driver. It had a top speed of 415 kilometers an hour or 254 miles per hour. Only two examples were made, as you might seen from the video, and it had all the stuff. It came with a V8 liter 4-valve cylinder engine pumping around 4,800 cc. Let's say it had 1,018 horsepower at 7,000 RPM, and one is obviously owned by Floyd Mayweather himself. And this car was made fully of carbon fiber, and to reduce the body weight, also the aerodynamics of the car, and also it had a the first ever TIG welded exhaust system ever fitted to a car. The price is about $4.8 million or 34 crores in India, and that's about it. That's the 10 cars. And also I want to add one of my own favorite rarest car in the world. That is my car, my baby. It is a 1981 VW Rabbit Sport. Well, there were a lot of VW cars in the olden days. There were VW pickups, there were VW Rabbits, which was changed to Golf, but mine was VW Rabbit Sport. Basically, I'll tell you the story in a future part of the vlog, or maybe a separate vlog, but I have a single unit, and this is only one of other examples in the world right now that is still surviving. Well, technically it's not with me, not surviving. It's in the restoration process. I'll put a video when it's up. It's gonna be spectacular. And anyway, if anybody has another VW Rabbit Sport, and pop it down at Instagram at Sunil Selvan, my ID, DM me personally. Maybe we can keep in touch, and maybe I can buy some parts for my restoration. But anyway, that's all for today's vlog. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on your notifications. Also, if you like to see more of these kind of videos, post down in the comment section below. And how you like my setup. This is my new Streamlabs OBS setup, and I did my first ever stream yesterday. So if you want to see that, there's also a link to my Twitch handle. It's right down in the description below. It's twitch.tv/SunilSview. Go check it out. Show your man some love. And with that, it's your boy Sunil signing out. Peace.